Quabila asks for all of the parents and all of the graduates to shout out yourselves or shout out your graduate. Let us know where you graduated from, what you've accomplished, any scholarship offers that you've gotten, and we would like to spotlight and highlight you. And also, if you are a former graduate, if you want to reminisce on your own graduation, you'll have the opportunity to do that as well. And we're going to even talk about some of our own high school memories. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Quabila.
All right, good morning, everyone. We would also like to hear from any of the educators out there. I know most of them are still in school. If you're a college professor, you had some students that stood out, or just anything you'd like to share, please give us a call. Our phone number is 870-277-1080. So I would love to hear from everyone out there. I have a few shout outs from people that I know personally. Keyshawn Andrews, he will be graduating from Jonesboro High School. His mother is Yolanda Washington. Well, not Washington, she's going to kill me. Her mother is Yolanda, and his dad is, oh my gosh, I'll get back with you on that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot her
While
last
she's trying
name.
to figure that out, I'll throw out one. Shout out to David Klein, who graduated from Valley View High School. His mother is Elizabeth. Hang on, I forgot her last name. See, look at Elizabeth Castile Klein. So shout out to David and Elizabeth. David is actually going to UALR. He's got a scholarship there, and he plans to become an engineer at NASA.
Oh wow, that's wonderful.
That is awesome.
All right.
Look at him changing the world.
Okay. We have to look out for him. Want to give a shout out to Savon Pickett, who is the son of LaShonda Scales. He will be graduating from Jonesboro High School as well. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of names with awards or scholarships, but I know that several students have won a lot, and we would love to hear from each of you. This is your time to brag on your babies. Let us know what they got going on.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Tyreek Cooper, mother of Mia Howes and Daryl Cooper. He's graduating from South Haven High School. He plans to wait a moment before he goes to college, but to in the future become a graphic designer for cartoons.
I'll also shout out one of my fraternity brothers, now Dr. Ricky Greer. He is the principal at Math and Science School. He successfully defended his dissertation. The actual graduation ceremony is in August, but pretty much once you successfully defend your dissertation, you can pretty much start calling yourself doctor at that point, I believe. So congratulations to Dr. Greer. We also want to keep him lifted up in prayer, as he had a recent death in the family. So congratulations to you, Dr. Greer, and also prayers to your family. I'm looking on Instagram. This is from the Sigma Gamma Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and one of their sorors, Cecile Cochran, graduated from Arkansas State recently with her Master's of Public Administration.
All right, I want to give another shout out to Nettleton High School, Jeffrey Adams Jr. He is the son of Jeffrey Adams, and his mom is going to kill me because I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Oh my God. I'm sorry. All right, so I want to shout out to all these great kids that are doing great things. I know he's just won several scholarships, but I can't find that information. And as far as Keyshawn Andrews, he is going to be playing football. I know he accepted scholarships at Arkansas State University, so he's going to be joining the Red Wolves. So congratulations to him.
And of course, if you got anybody that you would like to shout out, you can give us a call at 870-277-1080. Once again, that phone number is 870-277-1080. You can also leave your shout outs for your graduate or anyone that you want to leave a shout out for on our Facebook live stream.
All right, I want to say Sherry Cole Adams is the mother of Jeffrey Adams Jr. Sorry, Sherry, please don't hurt me.
Well, I'm sure she'll forgive you, because she's very happy. She's very happy. I know how happy my mom was when I graduated, and we just celebrated Mother's Day, and I think that's one of the greatest joys that a mother experiences. And Quabila, you can speak on this because your son recently graduated high school, and all of the work that mothers put in to make sure that their kids stay on the right path, and to see them walk across that stage means a lot to them. In fact, I'm gonna try to say this without getting emotional, but one of my mom's wishes, one of the things that she wanted to see before she passed was to see me get my master's degree, and I was able to accomplish that in August of 2010, and of course she died in 2012. But that is one thing that I'm thankful that she was alive to, even though I didn't actually participate in my ceremony because I went to an online school and we wasn't going to take that big long road trip to Iowa.
Okay.
But still to get that degree mailed to me and have it in my hand and to let her look at it and touch it, knowing that she could rest easy knowing that after she had passed on that I would have that education. And I'm going to go ahead and claim this on the radio now because I don't remember the Bible verse that says, but Dr. Gaines always said, if you have a vision, write down the vision. So I'm going to write down this vision and proclaim it that by the year 2020, there will be some kind of doctoral degree at the end of my name.
Amen.
Have it on then.
Okay.
But anyway, this is not about me. This is about our graduates. So once again, if you got a graduate that you want to shout out, give us a call, 870-277-1080.
I just got one. I like to shout out Dominic Williams, son of Anthony Williams and Dawn Carol King.
Okay.
He is looking forward to becoming a nurse in the future, applying for the nurses college, and everything should be everything in the appeal.
All right. That's wonderful.
To also add to that, I apologize. I want to also shout out our Fulbright.
Yes.
Our Fulbright. What's it called?
Fulbright recipients.
Yeah, the recipients for that. The young ladies that came and visited us once upon a time.
Yes.
Miss Arnell Jones and.
Oh gosh. I slept
I don't
since
remember the
then.
names, but while Uncle Bill's pulling those up, we got a Facebook shout. Shout out to my guy Reginald Brassfield of our sister station KDIV 98.7 FM in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So if you're ever visiting Fayetteville, be sure to check him out. Just tune your radio dial to 98.7, and you can also check him out on their app. Just download that app, search KDIV, and then while you're at it, download the KLEK app. In fact, you need to have both of those apps in your phone. But shout out to Reggie. They're doing great things up in Fayetteville. They kind of do it the same way that we're doing it down here. So shout out to all of the community radio stations making a difference in the community.
Yes.
All right, there's Desiree Green, Arnell Jones, and Cameron Milling.
Yes.
And each of them will be getting the opportunity to travel overseas to various countries. I know Desiree is going to somewhere in Italy, and Arnell is going to
I think
South
somewhere
America.
in Spain or South America, one of those.
And then Cameron is going to Africa.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow. So with this opportunity, they're getting to teach English as a second language. That is wonderful. So I can't wait to see how their journey goes.
And let's not forget about one of our supporters, Miss Lachey Robinson,
That's
who
right. Yay.
who recently graduated from Arkansas State University. I've been seeing my timeline lit up with pictures of her. But Lachey, we are proud of you, and we know that it's definitely been a journey for you.
And you know, I'm just now starting my college journey again for the third time. So I know some people feel like, oh, you're a certain age or whatever, but graduation is graduation regardless of whatever age you are. I saw a story over the weekend, a man in his 70s or 80s.
Well, he was 88 years old.
And got his degree, so hey, anybody can do it.
Yep. And keeping on that theme of dreams, like I remember seeing a couple months ago, there was a man, he was 91 years old, and he pledged Kappa. He had he said he had waited 50 years to do it. I don't remember the story, but when he was in school, I think he got drafted or something, had to go out to war, couldn't finish, so he came back, finished school, and he was able to become a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. So never give up on your dreams, no matter how long it takes you.
That's
All right.
amazing.
I want to give another shout out to Mr. Dalen Rufus. He is the son of Tamika LaGrone Scales. He'll be graduating from Jonesboro High School this year. I don't know what college he's going to, but he also played for the Hurricanes. He was really great. They had a really great football team and basketball team this past year. And also, okay, I'm putting up another name.
So what was your favorite, just to get off topic a little bit, well, on topic, what was
Okay.
your favorite activity in school that you wouldn't mind doing all day
Oh,
for the
gosh.
both of you?
Well, my favorite was actually band and choir. When I was in choir, I was a tenor too. I don't know if I could actually sing that now since my voice has gotten a little deeper. And I was in band, and I played, well, I guess you could call myself playing a tuba. I wasn't all that great at it, but I didn't really think I was a great singer either. But our choir director, Mr. Dennis Burton, he was such a good choir director. He could basically, he could take any group of kids and make them sound amazing. And it was evidenced by all the awards that we won. We win first place at regional and state contests, but it was a lot of fun. Singing those songs. Some of those songs I still remember. No, I'm not going to sing for y'all. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed band and choir.
Alrighty. I wasn't involved. Unfortunately, I wasn't involved in too much. The only club that I was in was Spanish club. I wish
Yeah. We need to get Rosie in here.
I know. I'm gonna need a tutor in the fall semester.
Well, the Hispanic Center is offering Spanish lessons.
Oh, are they?
I wish I had got more involved. That's one thing I want to say to a lot of the seniors out there, especially the high school seniors. Get more involved. I was so focused on getting good grades that I wasn't as social as I should have been. I wasn't involved in a lot. I waited until homecoming time to start helping with some of the homecoming activities. I worked on the float and I worked at the concession stand for the game. But other than that, I didn't do much. I'm really sad I didn't do much.
We got a Facebook comment. This is again from my guy Reggie Brasfield. KDIV 98.7 FM and KLEK 102.5 FM. We appreciate that, Reggie. You all already know what time it is.
The other student I wanted to shout out was Jonathan Adams, the son of Zandra Clayton. I think he's the one that's going to Arkansas State. I'm sorry, I said Keyshawn was going to Arkansas State, but Jonathan is going to Arkansas State. All
right, so I want to throw the question back to Micah. What about you? What did you enjoy about high school?
I like the fact that I felt free, and that at some point I tried out for everything. I felt as if in school I wasn't doing enough.
Even
so
athletics?
I tried out for track, volleyball. One thing I didn't try out for was basketball because I had a mishap at a young age. I gave the ball to the wrong team, and my team didn't like that.
Oh no.
So in the end, I settled for dance, and I was happy about that because it has taken me somewhere.
And it really has, and we just want to say we're proud of all that you've accomplished.
Thank you. I'm proud to be here. It feels good to be welcomed and also have this conversation on air. Like, who would have thunk it?
Now, what are some other things that like I'm looking through my memory book. I wish I'd asked Lagenzi to bring his and Micah to bring hers.
Well, I remember enough of mine.
I want to give a shout out to my class. I graduated from Mariana, Lee Senior High School in Mariana, Arkansas in 1995. Yay, it's telling my age. I want to give a shout out to all of my classmates. There are several of us that live here in the city of Jonesboro. So shout out to Takita. Her last name is not Willis. She would kill me right now if I call her Willis. She was our class president, and she's still doing big things. She owns a a learning center here in Jonesboro. I was looking at my last year, I guess they didn't call it transcript, report card back then. I graduated with a 3.2 GPA. I could have done better. And that's another thing. I wish I had to push myself just a little bit more. I probably could have had a 3.5 at least, but well.
And I agree with that. I probably could have been more focused on my grades as well, but I discovered a little something called girls and kind of made the grades drop. But I graduated third in my class with a 3.5 GPA.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
From Arkansas State. One of the other grades I have, I wish I had taken the ACT more. I took,
yes.
That's something I always stress. Take it as many times as you can. I took the ACT twice. The first time I made a 24. The second time I made a 27. And they tried to get me to take it again to see if I could have got a 30, which I probably could have gotten, but I was like, well, the college deadline would have passed by then, so I didn't see the point. But now in hindsight, I wish I could have did it again, because even if I had made a 30 and if it had been too late for any scholarships, I could at least said, hey, I made a 30 on ACT.
Wow. I think I made a 19 or 21, which is pretty good and I only took it maybe twice. I think I took it twice. Like you, I wish I'd have taken it more and gotten more practice.
And on a serious note, one of the things that students have now that we didn't have is there's so many opportunities for assistance. Because I know Dr. Jeff Flanagan, the one of the principals at JHS, knows about some opportunities in which students can take the ACT for free, especially if you are come from a low income family. Then also my fraternity, the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, each spring we offer a couple of scholarships to help with people to take the ACT. So I would say start taking it your 9th grade year. So if you bomb it, oh well, you bombed it, but you can keep working on it, expose yourself to it, so when it actually counts, then you get that score that you want. Of course, there are practice tests that you can take online. There's study guides, questionnaires.
And actually, the Learning Center here in Jonesboro, which is a tutoring center, they're offering a free mock ACT test this Saturday, May 20th. I don't know the time. If you go to their Facebook page, the Learning Center, at TLC Tutoring CO, you can find more information on when on how to contact them so you can get registered. You have to register before you go to the test. So you can either call them or go online. So that's one opportunity for students to get some practice in.
And also, like you two, I wish I had taken the ACT more, but I had ran out of vouchers. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what a voucher is, depending on your household, the size, and your income rate, you can get vouchers in order to take the test at least 3 times for free. It's paid for.
I think that was what I was talking about with Dr. Flanagan. I just couldn't remember.
So speak to your counselor about that for sure.
So what was your score?
I think my highest score was like a 20, and that was my last voucher. So I really it was either 20 or 21, one of those. But I know that if I would have taken it again, I would have got a better grade. I just didn't have that monetary gain in order to do so.
Okay.
But I'm happy with my score, so I guess that's okay.
Well, Michael, I'm going to transition a little bit because we are talking about graduates, and obviously you're the most recent graduate of the three of us.
I haven't graduated yet.
I'm talking about from high school.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But so because obviously transitioning from high school to college in your era is a lot different than when Quabila and I made that transition. So kind of talk about your experience on graduating high school and coming onto a college campus in this more modern era, because a lot of things have changed now.
I'm glad you asked me that question. That actually gives me an opportunity to tell everybody about the YouTube channel called How to College on Micah Simone. If you check it out, I'll be uploading videos soon. But How to College, I had to learn the hard way, honestly. I didn't know what to be a part of. I didn't know how to be a part of it. But thankfully, it was people like you set in place that actually, will get into this or try to check this out, or, that actually took me under their wing and counseled me and told me about different programs that I could be a part of, such as FYS and, first year studies peer mentors and things like that. And also the pageants and the sororities and the fraternities. They aid you with the efforts that they do make when they bring the community together with food and different things like that, like let's say events on campus. Most of the events on campus are sometimes free.
Yes.
And they also provide food, so sometimes it was the only time that I survived. I ate at least for a week for free because of the events that were going on. So I'm thankful for that.
We try to encourage everyone, especially when we have a group here from Arkansas State that talks about some event that's going on campus, and they say they have snacks or they have refreshments. At least go for the refreshment. Sorry, college students are broke and hungry.
Yes.
During my time, I was just so ready to get away from school. I was so ready to get away from home. When I came to school, I didn't even have a counselor, or they call them advisor. Sorry, I didn't have an advisor. I took a bunch of random unnecessary classes, and now I'm looking at my transcript like I wasted a whole lot of hours and money. I could probably have had enough hours to graduate by now, well, soon, if I hadn't wasted my time taking stuff like pre-cal. What would I need pre-cal for?
Well, and a lot of times you have difficulty finding your way. I know I did. I changed my major like 5 times. And
oh, wow.
But we'll get into that. When we come on the other side of the break, you are listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are shouting out the graduates of the class of 2017. So if you are a 2017 graduate, or if you know of a 2017 graduate, or if you just want to talk about your high school, or your college experience, give us a call, 870-277-1080. Once again, that phone number is 870-277-1080. You can post your questions and your comments on our live feed as well. Don't go anywhere. You listen to KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
What's the number one mistake parents make when raising their kids? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. According to parenting expert Dr. Tim Kimmel, it's pushing them toward a successful future. Wait a minute, you say. What's wrong with wanting my children to be successful? Well, it all depends on how you define success. If it's all about wealth, beauty, power, and fame, you're setting your kids up for an empty, self-centered existence. Instead, Kimmel says, teach your children the virtues and values of true greatness: humility, gratefulness, generosity, and a servant's heart. Teach them to be other-centered, and they'll experience a deep sense of satisfaction and purpose in life. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
When a woman gives her all to a boyfriend, she is hopeful about the future. Marriage was in her future plans until she received some shocking news. Now with her dream shattered and life altered, she has to pick up the pieces and move forward. It was in this experience that she realized that love has no protection. KLEK 102.5 and Massey Production presents the inspirational gospel stage play, Love Has No Protection, a story that would inspire you, renew, and reaffirm your faith. Featuring performers from all over Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana. One big show, 7 p.m. Saturday, June 24th at the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and can be purchased at KLEK, Cool Cuts, and online at www.klekfm.org or by calling 870-277-1080. Bring the entire family Saturday, June 24th to the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium to see Love Has No Protection, the inspirational gospel stage play, 7 p.m. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
Fullness of Joy Ministries, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, under the direction of Bishop Adrian Rogers and co-pastor Susan Rogers. www.fjministries.org.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. Kato Wonder is in the studio with you, joined by my co-host, Mrs. Kubila Harden, and also joined by my intern, Miss Micah Simone. And we're just talking about graduation, shouting out the graduates of the class of 2017, both high school, college, even elementary school, kindergarten, preschool. If you got someone who's graduated from any kind of school, we want to hear from you. And of course, you can give us a call at 870-277-1080. You can also leave your questions and your comments on our Facebook live stream. We're going to bring in Micah, and we're going to let Micah lead this discussion. Oh, before we do that, though, shout out to Lachey Robinson checking in on our live feed.
All right, so I want to know, not to pick on you because you are younger than us, but what is some advice you would give some high school seniors going into college that have made the decision and that have already accepted their offer to whatever college, what is some advice that you would give them? Some basic.
The advice that I would give you going in is to treat college like a job, at least for the first month.
Okay.
Monday through Friday, make sure you do your work, get your work done, go to the caf, get whatever you need to eat. Make sure that you're prepared for any type of situation that happens. Say, for instance, if you can't go to the caf, if something bad happens on campus, if you don't have money, just think about that little voice in your head that tells you what to do when you're like, I'm not going to do that. Listen to that voice because you're on your own, and it's going to be overwhelming. As much fun as you think you're going to have, you're going to be overwhelmed by as much freedom as you do have.
Yes, ma'am. I will say, when I first came to college, I didn't have a job. And so, I went to class, but I also went to a few parties at the time. I didn't find a good balance between class and social events. Even though I wasn't as social as some people, but I still went to a few events, and I didn't find that balance. So the next day, especially if the party was on a Thursday, didn't want to go to class on a Friday morning. And then I think I was too ambitious when I first went to college. I had all these 8 o'clock classes. I never would do that again.
Well, of course, the problem with those 8 o'clock classes is once you get further into your major, the classes that you need to graduate, those are the ones that offer the 8 o'clock. But at least I got lucky when I was in the radio TV program. At least those 8 o'clock classes were actually hands-on classes, like video production. So basically we went to the studio when we was on the cameras and on the mixer and on the CG and all the other machines. So wasn't so bad getting up at 8 o'clock because at least you're going to be playing around with stuff.
Doing something fun. Going to biology or chemistry at 8 o'clock in the morning was not fun at all.
I've got a story about biology lab, but it's not appropriate for radio.
All right, so we're going to save that one for later. Save that one for later.
But I'll tell it to y'all off the air.
So, do you all remember your class song?
From my high school?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember my alma mater, Central High. Praise to thee we sing. May we strive as days go by. Honor to her bring.
All right.
May we cherish every thought of the years gone by. Alma mater that we love. Praise to Central High. And now we're turning off the transmitter. KLEK is officially going off the air for good. I've killed the station.
Well, Camila would not be singing Dear LHS, so
I'm actually surprised I remember.
Do you know yours, Micah?
I do not remember mine, but I remember when it comes on. When everybody around me starts singing it,
okay.
I remember the parts that I like, the clapping parts.
Okay. So, was your alma mater, is it the same one that they had when the school first started and it's just been passed on, or was it something newer?
I think they had revised it whenever I was in school, but I also went to 3 different high schools. I actually went to the school that you and my mom went to, Trojans. I was a Trojan once upon a time. So it was interesting. I think I remember a little bit more of the Trojan alma mater, but not as much.
Alrighty. And I want to give a shout out to a lot of my teachers who put up with me.
You weren't that bad, were you?
I was kind of, when my grades started slipping, I got a little whiny. Shout out to, we call him Coach Irish Williams. He was our history teacher, and he got a little frustrated with us sometimes. I was in an AP class, and we started complaining about homework, and he slammed the door and put on his serious face and gave us this long speech about you were in this class for a reason, and went on, and so no one ever complained about homework ever again. But I was grateful that one time he allowed those of us who had lower grades to do a Jeopardy style game to bring for extra points, and all we could use were our notes. So I can remember me and one of my best friends, we had note cards for days. I was able to bring my grade up from a D to a B, so thank you, Coach I. Anybody that knows or sees Coach I, please tell him I said thank you.
I want to give a shout out. This is not a graduation shout out, but still, we want to shout out the Golden Firettes. They Of course, we had our show Friday night live at the Epic Center this past Friday night, and if you missed it, you missed out on the show. We had over 500 people in attendance. It's not only the Golden Fireettes, but several other local teams performed dance moves, and everyone just had a great time. But then the next day, the Golden Fireettes, they went to Memphis, Tennessee, and they were in a competition with other dance teams, and they walked away with the Grand Champion Trophy. They also got a first place trophy for field show and a second place trophy for parade, and again the overall Grand Champions award. And so we just wanted to say thank you to the Fireettes for helping us host the event, and want to say congratulations to them for all of their hard work. This is maybe something that you may not know about the Fireettes, but the Fireettes they were just recently organized just a few months ago, and that was only their second competition. In fact, their first competition, they were in Pine Bluff, and they won third place at that competition. So, I mean, they're already starting, and they're already winning awards. So to all the parents out there, if you're looking for something to get your girls involved into, something that teaches physical fitness, coordination, teamwork, something that'll help keep them doing good in school, keeping their grades up, keeping them focused, then you definitely should get with my girl Alvisha Crockett and have them to become a member of the Golden Fireettes, because we support them and they support KLEK.
All right.
That's wonderful. I have a shout out. Somebody just sent it to me through Instagram. Instagram name MONAECX. It says Janae Green, daughter of Siobhan, attending Drexel University for architecture this fall. Congratulations, Janae Green, and I wish you the best.
All right.
Congratulations to you. Looking forward to seeing some of the beautiful architectural designs coming in the future. And I have one from Philander Smith College. Shout out to Jayla Wilson. She's actually a former Miss Black and Gold for Philander Smith College, and she just got her degree in business administration.
Okay.
Congratulations.
And I'm going to shout out to Justin Robertson. He's one of your frat brothers as well. He graduated from
hold up. We party hard, we stay up late, but most of all, we graduate. We scholars, making dollars, and the rest of it I can't say on the air.
Okay.
Better than us. I told you I can't say the rest of it on the air.
You're trying to get us kicked out before we get started.
Well, no, I'm knowing the FCC would be coming after, wouldn't be y'all.
And I'll be out of a job. Oh, God. So, shout out.
But congratulations, Fred, for real.
To Justin. I think he graduated with his master's. And also to Chris Conway. He graduated also. So,
and shout out to just all of the Greeks that graduated, no matter what fraternity or sorority. And I've been trying to look on Instagram, look at some of the Greek pages to see if I can find some names. But shout out to all of the Greek graduates out there.
All right. So, I don't know how much high school has changed. I know they have a whole bunch of clubs, FBLA and teachers, cadet, and like there's a gang of clubs. Michael, were you ever involved in any clubs?
Dance took most of my time, but as far as the clubs go, I tried to be a part of the Spanish club, but I didn't speak enough Spanish for them. And then also, what's it called? The student council.
Okay.
I tried to be a part of the student council just because I wanted to help with the float. And yeah, that didn't really work out. They said you weren't here for the bylaws.
Oh, no. Oh wow,
So.
they were strict. They were strict on that.
Yes, they were.
Oh my goodness. Now, do you remember? Like I remember looking through my senior book, and I wrote down. I had all these goals and dreams, and yeah, I don't think any of that is quite happening. So I even wrote down things like what the prices of things were way back in the day.
Yeah, I remember my senior book had a section about that as well.
It's amazing how gas prices have changed. The cost of overall living has changed in
It really has.
that amount of time. Wow.
I think by the time I was in high school, like our books at the end of the year, I wanted to get mine signed so bad, but everybody would look at me like I was a little cone. And I was like, I really want somebody to sign my shirt, but I don't want to ask anyone because nobody was doing it.
Oh no. I had a rally rag I had gotten from one of our basketball games, and so I luckily still have that. And one of my best friends that passed away during high school, I still have a picture of her and her signature on my rally rag. So things like that, I would say to all the high school kids out there, even if you're 10th, 11th grade, whatever grade, start keeping those little mementos, keeping those things, because you can look back on them and be like, wow, okay.
I still have old notes from, when you passed notes in class. You didn't have a phone.
Oh, wow.
I still have those.
The ones that you folded up into a funny way.
Yeah, and I keep those things as well, not just high school, but also college. And it's actually interesting to go back and read them. In fact, I found an old poem that I wrote.
Okay.
Now, this is actually when I was in college. And this poem was written April 17th of 1998. So I'm going to read it. It says, "You think that you know me, but there is so much that you don't see. The eyes are the window to the soul. Look in my eyes and peer into the cold. Enter into my mind, chaos is the scene. Thoughts, emotions, passions, dreams. Travel to my heart, oh so desolate. Storms rage through with fury and haste. Do you see my limbs working to propel? If I may look okay, but all is not well. Can you see my face? Not much to reveal, but under it lies the story of one who goes on still. What is that sensation that engulfs you on your way? It is called pain, and it rarely goes away. What could have caused such destruction? Was it some war command or instruction? The battle rages for the goal, the soldier goes and returns, consistently getting wounded and burned."
Oh, wow. So you were writing way back when.
Yeah. Actually, most of my earlier writing are stuff not appropriate for radio.
Okay, we got this.
I was a mess. Well, I was a mess. I'll just be honest.
You used the word engulfs. How old were you?
Well, in '98 I was 21. But believe it or not, and since you put me on the spot, I've always liked to learn and expand my vocabulary. Even though lately on Words with Friends, local attorney Scott Wilhite, we've been playing Words with Friends, and he's been kicking my butt. But I'm winning so far. But I can't keep taking these L's. So I gotta keep going till I get a W. But shout out to you, Scott. But I've always liked learning vocabulary. So when I was a little kid, I always liked reading books and just picking up whatever I could and read. And when I was I actually skipped the second grade, and when they was actually testing me to see, I guess, my learning cognitive ability, whatever you want to call it, they had me in the speech therapist's office doing this, and I was actually born deaf, so I actually had to have surgery so that I could learn to hear. So I was actually developmentally delayed, so I actually had to play catch up. But once I could hear, I just started taking off like this. So I guess that's a testimony in itself. But getting to this test, so this doctor just had me read. And I started at the kindergarten level, and I was in first grade, so I started from kindergarten, and I was just blowing through this thing. And I got all the way up to sixth grade before I just finally my ADHD kicked in, and I caught a temper tantrum, and I started jumping up and down. Now, of course, my parents were old school, so I caught a whooping right there in the doctor's office. It wasn't no timeout or you gonna get it when you get home. No, it was on site. It was on site in the doctor's office. But the test was aborted. But I mean, I wasn't even struggling. I was just reading. But I was like, I'm tired of this old man having me read all this stuff. I want to go play. I don't want to sit and read.
Oh my goodness.
But the Lord blessed me, with a vocabulary.
Well, bless your heart. You've come a long way to being born deaf, to building a whole studio from ground up.
But again, I couldn't do it without people like you all. I mean, like I said, this station, I may have actually put it together, but it takes all of you all to help keep it going. I could tell people I'm not an octopus. I only have two hands.
And I never have seen myself here. Based on what in my senior book, I wrote that I wanted to be a physician. I wanted to be a pediatrician. I wanted to have a house, be married with 2 kids, a dog and a cat. No.
Yeah.
We got another Facebook shout out to Sean Brewer.
Sean, okay. All right, so I was looking at, I don't know.
Okay, shout out, Sean says, shout out to Legansy for Central's school song. And she says, way to go, Golden Fire Rich, And Sean says, shout out to Central High School class of 1997 upcoming reunion. Well, Sean, shout out to the 97, because if I hadn't skipped second grade, I actually would have been a part of the class of 97. So I got mad love for CHS class of 97. Of course, if y'all need somebody to help DJ that reunion, come holler at your boy.
All right. Okay, no shameless plugs here.
Oh, no. No shameless plugs.
Oh, we got another Facebook shout out. Shout out to David Nunez. Appreciate you for tuning in. What's up with this new thing on Facebook? It's the little flower. I'm looking at the they got the
Little purple flower.
Yeah.
Thankful.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I wonder, is that temporary or permanent?
I hope
It
it's
may be
permanent.
I know sometime around Mother's Day and other holidays they bring out special little. So if you press it, there's a bunch of flowers on the screen.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely thankful for a lot of things, and like I said, I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys, because I know I'm a handful.
Sometimes we're not gonna tell all the company secrets. No.
Oh, that make the ratings shoot up.
No.
We would be number one.
One thing I would like to hear, like from some of the younger crowd, I'm looking at a list I wrote in what's hot and what's not. And now, mind you, this was back in the early 90s. What was hot was Snapple, and Snapple is still kind of around now.
Man, I actually love Snapple.
Yeah.
I used to love Snapple. The only thing about Snapple is it would run through you like quick.
Oh, God.
But it's so good. It's worth it each and every time.
I know. And I wrote, weaves were hot and naturals were not back then.
Well, but you know, now natural hair is definitely popular, and weaves are too. I would say that they're kind of on
the
even
same
platform.
level, yeah.
Just kind of depend on what your tastes are.
Yeah, I think I went actually before I knew what I was doing. I did that in high school. I just said I didn't want any more perms. I was like, I just want it to look like this. I don't care what it looks like. So I got 2 textures in my head.
Wow.
And my mom was just like, you need to do something with that. And I'm like, I'm not putting that on it. So it wasn't popular when I did it, but I'm so happy everybody else.
Yeah, because back in the days, when someone would wear natural, people say, "Oh, your hair nappy,"
Yes.
and now people are embracing it.
Yes.
So
I wish I knew I had all these curl. I had this texture back then.
curly, kinky, coily, as you like to say on Instagram.
Because I have a couple textures going on too. So, but I would have embraced. I wish I was more confident and embraced my natural hair back then. But back when I was in school, it was we call them the microwave ponytail. We ponytail.
And the finger waves.
Oh God, yes. On my senior picture, when we did our senior luncheon, which was the week of graduation, I had a head full of pin curls, and I had the little flip thing going on in the back. It was cute back then. Yeah. So some of the hairstyles now, looking back, these kids are probably like, "Oh my gosh, what were you thinking?"
Well, I had if I had thought about it, we could have probably actually put dug up some pictures to put on the screen of then and now. That would have, but
Oh man.
but when I was 100 pounds, so I was very, very skinny.
Oh,
but also I had one of those what they call the box with a flat top.
Oh wow. You definitely gonna have to bring us a picture of that one.
They call that the box top Chevy or something like that.
Of course you can't see.
Oh, this was adorable.
I make it pointed at the camera, and I think I may have one in my phone. Let me
I would actually try to wear that today for a photo shoot or something. I think that's adorable.
It took a lot of work, a lot of gel.
It's not a lot.
The
of
brown
gel.
gel.
Oh, yes. That good thick brown gel from back in the day. All right, you're tuned into KLEK 102.5 FM. We're talking about all things high school, college, graduation, and everything in between. So join the conversation. We're going to get ready to take a quick break, though, here in a moment. But please join.
Well, this is not quite a top, but Micah, if you can switch the camera to you probably still can't see it, but
See, probably should.
But-
Yeah, just a little bit closer.
no, bend it down, Kabila. Pull it down a little bit.
There
But
we go.
that's my senior picture, y'all, for those watching on our Facebook live stream. Not quite the flat top, but I don't know. I actually did alright. I looked alright.
It's like you was in a boy group, like y'all was singing. That's what it looked like. I like it. It's nice.
You tuned to Community Conversations. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. To protect emergency cash as well as other documents related to your money matters, you need a home safe. Once you purchase the right safe for your needs and budget, here's what to keep in it. Property insurance policies and agent contact information, passports and original birth certificates, a list of family doctors, prescription medications, and contact information for all pharmacies you use. You may need these to get new supplies of medications you use on a regular basis. Safe deposit box keys. If you store any valuables in a bank safe deposit box, you want to make sure you keep the keys to it in a safe place. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Arkansas Early Learning offers childcare activities and educational programs to children ages 0 to 5 that gives them a head start in life. Arkansas Early Learning is in the community at no cost. Applications at arearlylearning.org. That's arearlylearning.org or on Facebook at Arkansas Early Learning.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
Starks Auto Plaza, your pre-owned superstore, is a longtime supporter of KLEK. 2829 Red Wolf Boulevard, Starks offers clean, reliable vehicles of all makes and models. Starks also offers no-hassle pricing, friendly service, financing options with approved credit. At Starks, you're always family, and our motto is, we never say no. 870-203-9980. StarksAutoplaza.com.
KLEK 102.5 FM wants to be active in the community. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. If you or your organization would like to partner with KLEK to make the Jonesboro community a better place, call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. In order for a community announcement or church announcement to be aired on KLEK 102.5 FM, we ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance. Thank you for supporting KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Now we're back on Community Conversations. Yeah, sometimes that little thing don't be acting right. And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are shouting out the class of 2017, no matter if you graduated from high school, college, grade school, wherever you graduated from, we want to shout you out. So you can give us a call at 870-277-1080, or you can post your questions and comments on our Facebook live stream. We're also kind of talking about some of our high school and some of our collegiate experiences as well.
I do want to give, one word of advice to those that are going to college. And like Michael mentioned earlier about treat it as a job, you got to find a balance. You got to get your priorities in line and, get to class. Make sure you have extra food in your room for those times when you don't have money. And then for those of you who want to work while you're in school, you definitely have to find a balance. Read your syllabus from front to back, side to side. Get to know your syllabus. Get to know what assignments are coming up. Do not wait until the night before to read and study for a test. Like, please, please, please don't.
Do not go to a party, leave the party at 3 o'clock in the morning and know that you have a final or any type of test at 8 o'clock the next day.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, but I'm guilty of that. I'll tell you a quick story. One time I was DJing a party for the Deltas, and it was on a Thursday night. And partying at 2 o'clock, I got back to my apartment about 3. And from 3 a.m. until 8 a.m., I pretty much wrote my final paper.
Oh, my.
What?
Got to class, turned it in, and basically crashed. And fell asleep in class. And I made a 92 on it.
Bless your heart. Did you have a draft?
No, I just literally I had not done any work on it that whole semester.
Oh goodness! Well, don't do that, everybody.
But don't do that. I'm just saying that I was just giving this story to say that I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
But don't do it.
I am too.
But
so,
well, let me transition into this. Don't be afraid to approach your professors if you're drowning. If you need help, if you're not understanding material, make an appointment. If you're one of those type that don't want to say anything in class, after class up with, just say, hey, can I get an appointment? Can I stop by your office? And they will work with you. But, remember, these professors, they're not obligated to help you if you don't say anything.
Exactly.
And they're not mind readers. They're not going to baby you. They're not going to kid you. But, they will help you. But you just got to say, hey, I don't get this. And even then, if you just still are just afraid to talk to your professors, talk to your classmates, someone that may be getting it, and form a study group. Just don't let that frustration get to you. The professors, 9 times out of 10, they will help if you just simply reach out to them.
The worst part about going to a professor in the middle of a semester is for them not to know who you are. So make sure you introduce yourself before either the first day of class when everybody's saying hello, and through email as well. Okay, this is me. I was the girl that did such and such. Make sure they can put a name with a face.
And also, when you email them, please address them by their title, because shout out to Dr. Sharice Jones Branch. I'm going to use her as an example because I've heard stories, but professors don't like when you email them and say, hey, miss, or hey, professor, or by their first name. Don't say hello, doctor, whatever their name is, or
good evening,
or hello, professor.
Good morning.
Address them properly. Treat them with respect, and they will respect you.
There's one thing I learned, and even though I wasn't 100% happy with the Making Connections class, I thought, this is just some random class they're making me take. But I will say I learned quite a few things in the class, and one thing we learned about was how to do a professional email. Like you said, address them, hello, doctor, professor, miss, mister, and then get on with your message. But also make sure to include your student ID number. That's very important in any email you send campus-wide. Include your student ID because, it's easier for them to look you up by your ID than your name. And then
I still remember my ASU ID.
All right. Is it still valid?
Yeah, I mean, it's forever. Yeah, especially if you owe them some money.
And also, don't forget in the title, the subject line, include what you're,
or if you get a parking ticket on campus, I bet you that number valid then. Because ever since having KLEK, I got a parking ticket on campus once. Yeah, I got a parking ticket. Yeah, you know they ain't a parking ticket like candy.
Yes,
that's another story. But yeah, and when I paid it, sure enough, it had my ID number on there.
Oh wow!
I've been out of school since 03. Yeah, that don't go away. That's like your social security number.
I have another shout out. I'm shouting out Miss Alyssa Smith. She's graduating from Guy Perkins High School, and she should be attending Euler in the fall.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Future Trojan.
All right.
Because we're going to beat them when it comes to basketball. And if they ever get a football team, we're going to beat them at that too. Shout out to them Red Wolves.
The Red Wolves have really been kicking butt this year. They went all the way to the championship. So they even won, was it the Orange Bowl and the Cure Bowl?
Well, no, it was they won the Cure Bowl, and then they were Sun Belt champions.
Sun Belt. What's that Orange Bowl? That's professional. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Shows you how up on sports I am. But shout out to the Red Wolves and all of their coaches and directors and just everyone. I definitely have to give a shout out to Dr. Bill Smith and Mr. Tom Moore at Arkansas State University. They have been instrumental in helping us get guests here on the show. So definitely want to shout out to them and all the staff members that have come and been guests. And I'm looking for more. So stay tuned. We'll have more professors and other personnel from Arkansas State University real soon. Alrighty, so on graduation day, I did want to talk about, again, as you brought it up earlier, as a parent of a graduate. My son graduated last year. I didn't cry, like some parents, but when I say I was happy, yes, I was, because it was a struggle. And I know most parents go through a struggle. My son wanted to give up at one point. Like, why don't you just give up on me? I'm like, no, I'm not giving up on you. You can do this. You're smart, So I had to encourage him every day, all day. that he could do it.
And that ties into that, we just had Mother's Day yesterday. That ties into that unconditional love that a mother has for her child. And that's just something that can't be replicated. And I always tell people, even if you don't always agree with your mother, honor and respect and cherish her, because the day that she leaves this earth is a day that'll be a hole in your heart that never gets filled. And 5 years later, it's still hard for me to talk about my mom without getting teary-eyed. So I'm going to turn it back over to you guys or gals.
If you're breathing, you know you have a mother, so just take that into consideration.
Well, at least I know mine is with me. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Farrell, we got a minute and a half.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, good.
Good morning.
I want to give a shout out to all the class of Jonesboro High 2017 graduates and all of the seniors that played on the basketball team with my grandson. They went to the state champs and brought it home.
All right.
And a special shout out to Jay Rogers.
Jay Rogers, all right.
J.D. Rogers. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Norma.
I appreciate the shout out, Mrs. Farrell.
All right, so to Westside and Valley View and Nettleton, and I hope I didn't miss anybody.
Brooklyn,
Paragould,
Bay,
all the surrounding areas. Congratulations to all of you graduates.
From kindergarten all the way up until college.
Okay.
Head Start. Let me back up. Head Start all the way to college. If you graduated from anything,
all right,
we shout you out and we congratulate you. All right, Michael, any final thoughts from you?
No final thoughts. I think we covered everything, or just about.
Alrighty. All I want to say is go make your mark on the world. Make it a positive one.
And of course, a couple of reminders. Wednesday, we will have Jonesboro Mayor Harold Perrin in the studio. So if you got a question or a comment for Mayor Perrin, make sure that you tune in for that. Don't forget our thoughts on the matter this Saturday, talking about some of the issues that are going on in the Jonesboro community. Don't forget about our gospel play going down June 24th at the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium. Love Has No Protection.
Right.
We've got a 7 o'clock show. We may be able to add a 3 o'clock show as well. We'll let you know more about that. You guys have a great and blessed day. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
Follow us on social media also.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants.